Hi traders, welcome to a wrap up of Monday, October 17th. So at the open of this market here, we're looking at the dailies, we're definitely in an uptrend. However, we're right at a resistant area, point where unsure whether the market really wanted to push up through that resistance or maybe bounce off it. So overall tough to have an opinion of where the market wanted to head. Opportunity probably is to really wait and see what the first half an hour does and let the market tell us once the cash market opens, tell us what the market wanted to do. So in this particular case here, bounced between power points to start off with, then it came to this power point here. This area was quite a testing area to see whether the market wanted to actually bounce off it and head up, or as it did, push down through. Okay, so the market's pushed down through this power point, looks like it wants to head down in the short term. So as the market pushed down, it was tough to take any short opportunities here. A couple of reasons, because the daily is still on the upside, so you probably don't want to get on the short side too early, and also the Nasdaq, it wasn't heading down like some of the other markets were. All markets were making lower lows except for the Nasdaq. It was holding up and really had to look like it wanted to head to the upside, so a bit of a conflicting view there, so tough to get on the short side. Okay, so at any stage here, because we're on the upside in the dailies, we're looking for the buyers to maybe come back into play. So as they come around here and start to push up to this power point here, what Dave was talking about doing is looking for it to come up, hit this power point, maybe pull back, get some pressure, and then fade the second power point. Okay, but you can see this particular case, once it's hit this power point here, it's just cruised on up to the second one here. There's no build up of pressure, so certainly not one you want to look at the fade at this stage. So we left that one go, and maybe wait for the buyers to come back later. What happened then is the sellers came back into play. We approached this green power point, so this is a reversal power point, one where the market might like to bounce off and head up. In this particular case, this power point always was going to have a tough chance of working for a couple of reasons. At this particular time, the 5-minute chart predictive was crossing heavily to the downside. Okay, so a lot of sellers were coming in on the 5-minute chart, and also at this stage, also the Nasdaq, after wanting to head up all morning, all of a sudden had changed its tune and started to, at this stage, lead the other markets to the downside. So definitely from this point on here, we're going to look for some sellers to come into play. So this power point here was always going to fail as the market pushed down through them. Okay, so after that, here it's midday. So basically for an hour here, didn't really look for much. The market just kept on grinding down. Okay, still not looking to go short as the market's starting to get a little bit overextended. Waiting for the buyers to come in, as they did here. So what we're looking here, like David said earlier, we're looking for basically a push up. Okay, so there's a power point round here which failed. Then we had a little pullback here. Okay, and some strong buyers came in up here. So, and then we had an order on here and bought this power point here. Okay, looking for the fade to push through this power point. Good opportunity. Just in the end, the buyers didn't come and continue on like we hoped they would, and the sellers were just too strong. Okay, so the market pushed back down from there. Once again, we had an order on up around here, up this power point here, so the same thing, we're looking for the buyers to come in here, bounce off this power point, some pressure build up, and then a push up if it wanted to push up and buy up here, which it didn't eventuate. Once again, the sellers came back in, so we left that opportunity go. The markets continue to go sideways and keep on grinding down. So once again, an extended downside market meant we weren't looking for any sells. Okay, at this point here the market started to push up, so this is where we might be looking for a buy. Okay, in this kind of opportunity, when you've had a heavy downside, look for the market to push up, give you some indication that's wanting to head up, some of the other indices coming with you, and then maybe look for a pullback power point. In this particular case is what eventuated. So we pushed up here. There was actually a power point down around here which we're looking at first. That never came about. The market pushed up a little bit higher, then came back to this power point here. Okay, so we actually had a market order around this power point area here and got 2 points out of the market, and then not long after getting those 2 points, the sellers came back in again and finished off the day with quite a volatile area there. You can see none of those power points actually holding, pushing through it quite easily, and a very volatile finish to the day. So overall for the day we had one loser and then one winner, finished up slightly up for the day. Overall range of the market was 22 points with 21 power points hit. So considering the type of market we've had lately, a good day, quite a volatile day considering, and a couple of opportunities there which we did take advantage of. Over on the 5-minute chart, even though you can see there's quite a bit of movement, quite a few good pullbacks, some close opportunities, but there was no actual buys or sells on this 5-minute chart. The only thing I'd take note of is here is just where that green power point I was talking about earlier was. So it's right here where you can see the sellers all of a sudden swinging the predictive around and coming into play. So that's it. Wrap up for Monday, and I'll speak to you guys soon.